Hiya, Pony Fan! Welcome to the results of the Shadowbolts popularity contest, where we see which one of those evil preppy kids is the best. Alright, so the poll basically had two parts. One part on Facebook and one part on YouTube. Now let's start by looking at the Facebook scores first. As you can see, tisk tisk, no one seems to like Sunny Flare very much. Sour Sweet came in 4th, with 18.1% of the vote. Just behind Lightning Dust, I mean Indigo Zap, who got 19.9% of the vote. Sitting squarely at number 2 is Sugarcoat. And way out in front is Lemon Zest, with a whopping 37.5% of the vote. Alright, now let's move on to the YouTube portion of the contest. These results are a little bit different than Facebook. But one thing is still the same, no one likes Sunny Flare. But Indigo Zap has moved down to the 4th place, swapping spots with Sour Sweet, who got 12.8% of the vote. And interestingly enough, neither one of these two attained the same level of popularity as they did in the Facebook portion of the poll. Then our number 2 is Lemon Zest, who's rocking with 31.4% of the vote. But the overwhelming winner on YouTube is Sugarcoat. The Princess of Bluntness takes 44.2% of the vote. That's basically half of the votes on YouTube went to Sugarcoat. That is impressive. Alright, finally, let's look at the totals. Sunny Flare gets 2.2%, or as I call it, the pity vote. Sour Sweet and Indigo Zap are basically neck and neck. There is less than 1 point between them. Meanwhile, Sugarcoat has narrowed the gap with Lemon Zest, with her respectable 27.3% of the vote. But with the infinite power of rock behind her, Lemon Zest is standing tall at number 1 with 36.1% of the total vote. Now I found these results to be kind of interesting. Let's start by looking at Sunny. Well, it doesn't take a genius to see what happened here. She didn't get very much screen time, and there's really very little to differentiate her personality. She basically doesn't really do anything except be kind of catty to Twilight. I was kind of surprised by the relatively poor showing by my personal favorite Sour Sweet, who, despite the large amount of screen time she got, only managed to wrangle 4th place. Now, there are a number of reasons for that. The biggest is probably her personality might be kind of a turnoff. Because the whole fake schizophrenic thing, it's just not endearing, however funny it is. Alright, now sitting comfortably at number 3 is Indigo Zap. Now she's kind of inheritor of the Rainbow Dash mantle of the cool one, I guess. Or at least the sporty one. And yeah, there's not really a big difference between her and Rainbow Dash. Well, she had a lot less screen time than Sour Sweet, but she managed to do slightly better. Way to go, Indigo. Now, when I was reading through the results, a lot of people think that Sugarcoat is really funny. And, I agree, she is very funny. So that seems to be the rationale behind her finishing where she did, in the 2nd place slot. But the biggest surprise, at least to me, was Lemon Zest, who just Boba Fett's this thing. Barely has any lines, doesn't actually do all that much, but wow, is popular. Now for what it's worth, I think the reason Lemon Zest is so popular is that, first off, she's fairly well designed. I mean, she's the coolest looking of the Shadowbolts. But also, you really know what her personality's like. I mean, all she needs to do is show up with those headphones and rock her way off the bus, and you instantly know what this girl's about. And none of the other Shadowbolts are really like that. Like, let's look at Sour Sweet. Despite the large amount of talking she does, we kinda know what her personality's like, but we know basically nothing about her interests. I mean, clearly she spends a lot of time doing archery. She'd just about have to. But she doesn't actually show that she's interested in archery. That's just the event that Principal McEvil gives her. And then with Sugarcoat, even though we have a really good idea of what her personality and her kind of style is like, we don't actually know anything about her interests. So I think because she was better characterized, and we actually know more about her, that's why Lemon Zest is the winner. So, what did you think of this poll? Were you surprised by the results? Let me know down in the comments section. And if you're interested in reviews of anime, movies, TV shows, comic books, or video games, check out my channel on YouTube at StupidPrivate913, or find my Facebook and Deviantart pages for video updates and more. Thank you for watching.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.